you guys been listening to this week?
Well, I've been listening to my usual round of Foo Fighters. It's kind of my go-to band. It's what I like. Can't go wrong with you, girl.
No. He's incredibly talented. What about you, Chris?
Well, what I like to do is every morning I like to wake up with a Zima.
Hell yeah.
It's a 3-pack. I drink 3 Zimas, and I turn on my computer, and I load up Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and I like to do a stomp dance to Thunderstruck.
I used to suck dick for coke.
A stomp dance, huh? Now, is this like an impromptu thing all around?
Is this like the slam dancing that I've seen at like screamo bands concerts?
It's nothing like that, Tom. Nothing like that. I prefer to go ahead and just jump up and down in place and stomp and make as much noise as possible. And as soon as Thunderstruck crescendos into the end, I let out a war cry and let the world know that I'm here.
You're gay for saying that.
Is anybody home when you do this?
Just the neighborhood.
Just the neighborhood.
Just the neighborhood.
I like it. You need to get a 24/7 webcam so I can see this.
I also would enjoy it, dude. I need to go sleep at your house. That'd be amazing.
I think that might be the gayest shit I've ever heard.
You're gay?
Alright,
okay, no cream.
I've been listening to a new band. They're called Youth Lagoon.
Youth Lagoon?
Their album is called The Year of Hibernation, and it's a pretty solid album.
Is it about bears?
No. But there is one song on there about a hunt. That's the last song.
It sounds pretty dreary.
And then it's really relaxing and out there. It's perfect. It's right up my alley. Just wonderful, awesome indie rock. No rap in it. It's wonderful.
Gotta ask you, Tom. Be honest. When you listen to the song and you're relaxing, are you stroking your snake?
No, I like to listen to it when I fall asleep, so it's hard to say.
You're a pussy.
Oh. But, yeah, they got, I don't know. You can't really understand him, so you have to listen to, I'm pretty sure it's a dude singer.
Wait, you're pretty
sure? You gotta listen to it like 100 times.
You're not
to,
positive.
Actually make out the lyrics, because his, voice on it, like the lyrics are more of another instrument in the mix, like the filter that he puts on it. It's not like the auto-tune nonsense that's sweeping the nation right now. It's more of a like an echoey, like you were in an auditorium.
Really? So you can't tell if it's a guy or girl singer?
I'm pretty sure it's a guy.
Could it be a tranny?
No.
What gives it away that you think it's a guy?
Oh, I just picture myself singing it.
Well, dude, that does no fucking good at, identifying sex for me.
You know how I know you're gay?
If you listen, there's a song on it called 17, which is really good, and you can stand him, and that's when I knew it was a dude. That's like the fourth song on the album. So it took me about 12 minutes before I realized it was a dude, maybe 15.
Have you learned any of the bass parts yet?
No.
Everybody, Thom plays bass guitar, by the way. He's a good bass player.
Thank you.
No,
he is. I've heard it, and I just want to give you your dues, Tom. When you play bass, angels cry, and the tears fall down their bodies, and it land into my hand. I put that tear into a cup, and I drink it, and I'm a better person for it.
Yeah, sounds like it, dude. That's great. You know, everything I've learned from the bass, though, is from... I was taught by the world's greatest guitar player.
And who would that be? Stevie Ray Vaughan? He's dead, dude.
Jack Black?
No, Kirk Snyder.
Who the hell is that, dude?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Some queer out in bumfuck Hickville right now.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Oh, me. Talking about me. Talking about me, huh? Me.
That's right.
All right, cool.
This fucking guy.
I try to imbue you with whatever bass playing knowledge I have. I don't have a lot of bass playing knowledge, but I feel like bass is a lot like playing guitar. It just, your fingers got to get a little more used to it, and it's groovier than playing guitar because it's a whole different thing. It's like you're holding down the bass and mids, and you're with the drums. It's you and the drums just going at it. You're holding it down. You don't got to do nothing super fancy like the guitar. It's kind of like you're a pinch hitter. You just got to go up there and hit it, and the other guy's got to run. Everybody else, the guitar player's got to do the running.
So what you're saying is it was the perfect instrument for a one AJ Gonzalez.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yep. AJ Gonzalez.
Exactly.
Exactly. You never heard of him. You never will. But that's not all. That's not against all bass players. Just AJ out there, if you're listening. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
And your flake, faggot.
AJ, if you hear this, I just want you to know that
I never left you.
Never loved you. Never even thought about you once since you've been gone. And I really hope that you're miserable in a sweaty, horrible sweatshop in Bali making terrible products for...
And John is showing off his double dongers to you.
Hell yeah.
So guys, how horrible are our lives? We're talking about someone else with a horrible life. I mean, how bad are your guys' lives right now? How bad is it? Be honest.
Thom, I want you to start because you're going to inspire me to come up with how horrible my life is. So please start, dude.
All right.
Not a problem.
This is such a great way for everybody to get to know us. What's going on with me and why my life is so horrible. All right. Well, let's see. About 6 months ago, I was having the time of my life. My band was playing shows. And then my band broke up. And I started taking care of my grandparents. My grandpa broke his hip. And then my uncle, who's really helped support me, like musically-wise, it's probably been the biggest influence family-wise. He got lung cancer, and so I'm trying to help him out with his soap company. And, God, I'm just really stressed out. And, yeah.
You don't have to get that news out, bro.
It could be worse.
Thom, that's pretty bad, dude. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. But the good thing I can say is your grandpa's recovering because he's got a fucking heart of granite in the mind of a fucking an alien, dude. How smart you picture an alien being, from a different planet. That's the smarts that his grandpa possesses. He's a fucking genius. The guy has willpower.
Yeah, he worked on nukes back in WW2.
There you go.
Nukes?
Yeah.
Can you expand upon that? I am 100% interested.
Hell yeah.
My grandpa will be another day story, because that could take hours to get into this man's journey.
No!
Roger that.
Maybe we could get him to be one of our guests.
We could probably, just mic him up. Take the mic down to the hospital, man. He's got nothing better to do than give us some...
I would love to pick his brain.
I would love for him to tell you to get the dictionary so he could fucking have you look a word up because you don't understand it. He's like, go get the dictionary, TJ.
That could be my biggest pet peeve with him is him always wanting to bust out a dictionary.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
Yeah. The dictionary is like, that guy should seriously have either an iPhone with the dictionary app on at all times, or he should have a fucking satchel like Indiana Jones around his chest that he carries the dictionary in.
Dude, I'm gonna get him a pocket dictionary so he can tell the nurses, like, shit while he's in the hospital.
If I'm being honest here, it's 2011. It's almost 2012. For the love of God, you can find the answer for anything on the internet. It's super easy. You don't have to flip pages.
Yeah,
the dictionary falls in line with stupid shit.
A dinosaur, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't carry an iPhone.
I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
You're fucking really excited about that shit. Hey, it's fucking 2011. Get the fucking internet working, man. Stupid
Come on, Grandpa. Come on, Grandpa.
Stupid old man. Come on.
Come on, Dr. Noble, get that shit together.
To be honest,
Call yourself a human being.
To be honest, this guy is a little dated. He needs the fucking Oxford English Dictionary, dude. He doesn't need a pocket iPhone app. That's not gonna cover it, dude. This guy needs the fucking thing that weighs like 27 pounds, and it's just hardcover. It smells like a library. That's what he needs, dude, to prove his points. Nah, a little iApp isn't gonna work, dude. I apologize.
Let's be honest. We can give him technology. We can build him, bigger, stronger, faster. But ultimately, I think
they have with his heart valve replacements and his new metal hip plate.
He is gonna have a hell of a time at the airport, bro.
Seriously,
But
it's gonna be like Darth Vader.
God damn. How is your life shitty right now, Chris?
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm 24 years old. I don't have a car. I live with my mom. And I generally hate people.
Stop crying.
Sum it up.
And that's where we just lost our last listener.
Wait a minute,
Who is this guy?
This guy doesn't have a car? I'm not listening to this podcast, bro.
He lives with his mom? Fuck that, dude. This one guy lives with his fucking grandparents, and the other guy lives with his mom.
Dude,
fuck these guys.
I'd give my
I can't
hip.
trust a word they say.
I can't trust a word they say. Oh, that's sweet.
Dude, I'd give my hip to live with your mom, Chris.
Hell yeah.
And Carrick, why is your life a piece of shit, dude?
My life is a piece of shit because I can't ever figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. I can't ever figure out what I'm gonna do next. I always have one of those people that has 100 different things. I'll put it to you like this. I go into a bookstore and I always have an idea of what I'm gonna get, but I never fucking leave with anything because I get overwhelmed. There's just too many things I want to read, and I go, well, if I can't fucking read everything, I'm not going to read anything, and I leave, and I feel stupid.
There's an easy fix for your issue.
I need to be somebody's bitch.
Dude, you're already somebody's bitch.
Shut up, Wesley.
Dude, you just need Ritalin and you'd be set.
No, dude.
Pussy.
What Carrick needs is he needs a super aggressive cougar, also known as a saber-toothed cat.
That speaks English, dude, and fucking always is on my ass about everything. What do you mean you came out of that bookstore with no book? You get in there and get a book. I'm going to bite your ass.
Dude, alright, I'm getting sidetracked, but speaking of cougars, there's a Sacramento reptile show, and I was looking at the vendor list on people that are coming, and there's these people that breed these cats, and they're larger than normal sized cats, and they fucking look like leopards.
I'm kind of flabbergasted when you say things like that. It's weird.
Dude, they're $350 for a kitten if you get them fixed, and $1,000 if you want.
Is that fucking legal? Are they domestic cats?
They're not the same species as normal household cats, but they're not leopards either.
Okay, so is it like a Maine Coon? Have you ever heard of a Maine Coon? They're really big cats.
I have heard of those.
They're big. They're like your cat Sarah, a little bit bigger, a little bit fluffier, and longer, and they're like a normal cat. They're just fucking supersized.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except for their hair wasn't fluffy, dude. It was short.
Oh, okay. That's
like your cat.
That's a little weird. What the fuck's going on over there?
Chris, what the fuck are you doing? Huh?
Green tea all
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, dude, I'm just listening to you guys. This is fucking amazing.
Dude, keep your mic on.
Oh, no, it's on, dude. It's on.
Okay.
What do you want to do, huh? What do you want to do?
It sounds like you're getting
we'll cut that out in the final cut.
It sounds like you're getting into a scuffle, dude, with some black girlfriend you have over there.
Objection! Extremely racist.
Yeah, dude. If I'm being honest, Tom, you were asking me what I was doing. I didn't want to say, but I'm actually doing a African blood orgy with a couple of different people during the podcast, just to keep the blood level up, to keep my adrenaline up. So I'm going to go ahead and send them packing, and we'll continue this. Okay, thank you.
Have you finished at least?
Not Africans, dude.
Yeah.
All right, as long as you're done, dude, then we can continue.
I'm done, dude. They're gone.
You're
done.
All right.
You're done. You came.
Come.
Kumquat, sir.
Chris, tell us a little bit about your mom, dude, and the movement she's into. I know she's a really cool chick into doing the activist thing. You know, what have you guys been up to as far as the activist, community lately?
Well, thank you, Garrett, for asking that.
Well, she's cool.
I almost don't know how to respond. Basically, my mom is a very, very active person in the community. She enjoys any kind of environmental issue and supports it. Anything involving politics. And recently, there's this thing, I don't know if you heard about it, it's the Occupy movement. And essentially what it is people getting together and without the approval of government, going to any kind of establishment of the financial sector and camping out and basically saying, hey, our economy has been hijacked by crooks for trillions of dollars while we all just sat around and let it happen. And they've gotten away scot-free while they're out yachting on their boats and enjoying countless sums of money. The rest of us kind of have difficult times just surviving or making anything of it. So my mom is the Ventura chapter coordinator for the Occupy movement, and she has been involved in just getting people together and trying to get everyone together to occupy Ventura. Thank you.
Ventura, California?
Yes, that's California, yes.
I thought this was America.
That sounds hot.
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
So, have you been helping her out? What have you been doing?
Absolutely not. I have been supporting her emotionally and, giving her back rubs and listening to her vent. That's about it.
This is my cat's birthday today.
You've been baking cakes for your cats. In other words.
Yeah, she's a good lady, and I agree with the Occupy movement. It's true, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go camp out and hang out at a park to, express my need.
Chris, that might be a good place for you to pick up chicks, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
You know what you should do? You should go down there dressed in, like, a really, really nice suit and fucking light a cigar with, like, $100 bill, dude. A fake $100 bill.
Yeah, and then I get in the middle of the crowd and I raise my fist and go, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
You people are a travesty to America. Get the hell out of here.
You should boycott them boycotting, like the rich people.
Just be on the opposite end of the street.
Yeah, we'll go to the opposite side of the street, and we'll have signs that say, like, shut up and go home.
Yeah, and you need to have, like, a can of caviar and just be spooning it into your mouth with your pinky out.
Absolutely, dude.
Pinkies are always out.
Make it so.
All right, that sounds like a fucking cool thing. I mean, who are the top 2 or 1%? Who are they specifically? Do you know? Is there any names people are going after, or is it just like job positions?
Essentially, what it is the top 1%, and my math may be off. I suck at math, but the top 1%, I believe, own 90% of the world's wealth. So I think they've narrowed it down to about 10,000 people that own most of the money in the world.
Time to get banked.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, dude.
Really? Dude, I bet I could name, like, fucking at least 5 of them right now.
Can I say a couple names, Chris, that you might recognize?
Dude, don't threaten me with a good time.
Right.
Do it already.
All right, how about Rothschild? Huh? Ring any bells?
Rings, not a single bell.
Not a single bell. Okay.
None for me either.
All right. Well, let's not get into the superstitious crap here. I'll just leave
Semantics.
Well,
Semantics.
Yeah, everybody always says like conspiracy theories, like it's all bullshit, you can't prove it, kind of thing. But I mean, if I was in the top 1% of wealth owners in the world, I would make pretty goddamn sure, and I would have the tools to do so, that nobody fucking knew who I was. First off, and nobody could definitely prove it. And even if they started to prove it, I would have them fucking killed.
Dude, you know what? I like where you're going with that, but I think kind of expanding upon that idea, Carrick, is owning a giant yacht and spraying hippies from a couple 1,000 yards away with a giant pressurized hose.
Littering in.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
You just like power fucked that idea out of my mind, dude. I don't even know where I was going.
Neither. How about this? Let's think of things that we do like. How about alcohol? I love it. I've always loved it.
Are you a little drunk?
It's my only love.
Are you drunk now?
No, not at all, sir. I am pleasantly tipsy. But
pleasantly
how about you?
Well, I am just starting the buzz. I got some vanilla Coke and some Smirnoff vodka. I haven't gotten a buzz yet, though. Yeah, I know. It's a fucking weird-ass combination.
That's a classy drink. Dude, you know who else drinks that? I've heard Paris Hilton and Rupert Murdoch.
And Mike Tyson. Don't forget him, dude.
Part of the 1%?
Dude, Mike Tyson feeds that to his pigeons, dude. He likes to get them to concentrate. He's like, you know what y'all need? Y'all need some vanilla Coke and some fucking Smirnoff.
Since when has Rupert Murdoch been a small Asian woman?
That was Mike Tyson.
That was Mike Tyson. Ludicrous, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
I'm impetuous. My style is impregnable.
My defense is impenetrable. I sound like fucking Michael Jackson.
Say blanket, dude, like that.
Blanket. You're ridiculous. No.
Dude.
This is ludicrous. What does he say in that South Park episode? Not ludicrous.
This is ignorance.
You're so blanket. You're so ignorant. No, come on, ignorant. Don't do that.
Come Daddy. That's just ignorant.
I just want to ask real quick. Do you really think Michael Jackson had lupus?
I'm pretty sure he was loopy.
Well, he was loopy, but I mean, did he have lupus?
Who cares?
Well,
Who cares? And who knows?
Dude, who
He started
cares?
out as a tough black man, and he ended up as
When the fuck was he ever tough, dude? When were you fearing Michael Jackson was gonna beat your
dude
ass?
in Thriller when he was backed by 50 zombies.
That's only because if you got bit by him, you would also become a dancing zombie.
That's right.
I wasn't afraid he was gonna fucking uppercut me in the chin.
No.
Or cap my ass.
No. Never.
Not once.
I just think that if he did have lupus, if you ever seen somebody with lupus, they get spotted. They look like a fucking leopard. And I think he had so much money, he's like, well, I can't look all crazy and spotted like this. I'm just going to get my whole face done. I'm going to get everything. I'm going to get my hands and wrists done. And he got everything fucking bleached or whatever he did.
You know what, guys?
He's got his fro fixed into a nice, Caucasian brunette.
Kumquat?
All right.
Tom, are you drinking? Are you drinking right now?
No, dude. I'm parched
Time
right
to
now.
get banked.
You're parched.
That's right.
You should fix that with a nice shot of gin.
What do you like to drink, buddy?
Oh, I love gin. If we're going I'll drink anything. I'm not picky.
My mom always says that the most hardcore drinkers she's ever met in their life, their drink of choice is gin. So you're in good company, my friend.
Dude, me and your mom can party.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, you know who else wasn't really too picky regarding booze?
Who,
Chris Farley.
Yeah, Chris Farley had other demons,
You don't have to get that news out, bro.
And on that note.
Yeah, on that note. All right,
what about you?
Chris, I know you're a raging alcoholic, dude. I don't even want to try to hide the fact. I'm sorry I brought it up, but I'm not. Let's talk about it, dude. Let's have an intervention.
What do I enjoy? Okay. I don't enjoy hard liquor at all, except for rum. When mixed with Coke. Rum and Coke is a delicious drink.
Okay.
Wine is only good when mixed with Mountain Dew. And otherwise, I'm a beer guy. I enjoy beer. I enjoy Newcastle and premium ales.
Hell yeah.
Okay, premium ales.
Such as Blue Moon, or are we talking Arrogant Bastard, or
just any kind of ale, dude? I don't like Budweiser. I don't like Miller. I don't like Coors.
Coolers?
How about a nice Amber Bock? Michelob.
You know what, dude? I've bocked an Amber. Not gonna lie.
I like where you're going with this. Perhaps off the air we can finish this conversation.
Absolutely.
I know you're married with 2 kids, so I don't want to blow that for you.
I fucking hate my life.
How old are your 2 kids? 21 and 13?
No, dude. 13 and 2.
Oh, 2. Oh, I added a 1 onto that, too.
Yeah, that little shit never stops crying.
When did the 2-year-old learn to talk? How old was he?
Dude, he's still drinking breast milk, and I'm pretty sure he has Down syndrome, but it's neither here nor there.
I told you to stop breastfeeding him. What the fuck do I have to do to drive that home?
Well, you know what? A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
It's because you're always wearing muscle shirts, dude, and that kid just goes nuts for your nipples.
I'm picturing Chris right now with like these prosthetic fucking like breasts that he's feeding this kid with. He straps on like a bra, dude, and the kid just starts sucking away on these titties.
Hey, what the cops and other parents don't know doesn't hurt them.
Chris, how many times have you spanked your 13-year-old?
I'm actually not a fan of spanking. I actually prefer a new treatment prescribed by Dr. Phil called planking, where you make your kids plank for hours on end, where they have to lay on their stomach with their hands at their side, pointed backwards.
Yeah, that's funny. You know, there's a new fucking,
Dude, you better watch out. That kid's going to start doing cock push-ups at the age of 13.
Well, that would be awesome. But there's a new, like, Twitter trend where the guys actually, they do, like, a plank, but it's vertical, and they put their fucking head in the toilet. Have you guys seen that shit?
No. Absolutely not, and I don't care to, Carrick.
Yeah.
You're gay for saying that.
Off this podcast.
Yeah. You keep that off my internet, Carrick.
Dude, I'm gonna get a picture of your 2-year-old fucking toilet planking. I think your 14-year-old's on drugs. Didn't you say something about like marijuana being the gateway drug? I heard that in the background.
Oh, no. 13-year-old. Sir, you're mistaken. 13.
I'm sorry.
Not 14.
Didn't I say
14 soon, 2 months. His name is actually Jebediah LaFond. He's a really, really good kid. The only problem is he never learned how to walk. I actually still carry this fat ass around in a backpack, kind of like how you see a baby, in front of someone on the pack. But I'm kind of hunched over like Golem carrying this dumbass kid around, dude. I cannot wait for them to get out of my house.
That's awesome, man. He's overweight too, right? Like morbidly obese?
Not morbidly obese. He's actually shredded. Kind of like Matthew McConaughey, kind of shredded.
It's like chiseled. It's chiseled fat, though, right? I mean, it's not. He's not pumping the creatine fucking muscles.
I actually fed him steroids and creatine until he was 5, so I'm pretty sure that's why. I have horrible peasant Irish genetics, so I know it didn't come from me. And I never found out who the mother was, so.
Was this one of those hookups when you used to do mushrooms?
Yeah, actually.
Well, I say used to do mushrooms, but, I mean, you still do mushrooms, but you don't do a lot of hooking up. So when I say hooked up during mushrooms, you know what I mean?
Right, you're saying maybe I had this horrible, horrible kid when I was doing mushrooms on the daily.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you want to hear the story, I can tell you that.
I really don't. I can imagine. How about another, Thom, Chris, both of you guys, I mean, let's talk a little bit about mushrooms, because I feel like the people that haven't done mushrooms are extremely fucking curious about it, even if they're completely against it. And the people that have done mushrooms want to fucking talk about it. They want to share it. They want to tell you what they loved about it or hated about it.
They want to compare their stories.
Do you feel like it's it's like a game of telephone? I mean, when you talk to people about drug stories, like you'll have a conversation with somebody about some trip you had, and they'll one up you. And then the next time you talk to somebody else about a trip you have, do you think that it goes up? You know, like you start adding shit to your mushroom trip stories?
Oh, dude, I want to say 90% of all stories are boring as shit. And then we just add to it as we go along.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Well, fucking Thom, tell me about a mushroom story you got.
Well, I'll tell you about the first time I did them. I mean, I've only done them twice. I was with you, Care. And,
Hey, don't use my real name on the podcast, dude.
I was with, yeah. Anyway, we were with my, ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
And I remember, I was just incredibly angry the whole time, and I had a horrible stomach. And you know those commercials back in the day where it's like, this is your brain on drugs. I totally had a fever. That was it, dude. I remember driving incredibly recklessly, which that was such a horrible idea.
Let's take it back a little bit.
Mountain, windy road. Yes.
Let's backtrack. Okay, what time of day did you take them?
Oh man, we took them at I think like 5 or 6 in the morning after a heavy night of playing music at a concert that we did at the Soap Factory down in Ventura, and heavy night of drinking too. So
were you still? I mean, did the alcohol affect your decision-making process, and you said, I'm going to take mushrooms? No, it was all because of the girl being angry at this chick. Girl being angry at this chick. Which girl and what chick? Dude.
This is so convoluted, Thom.
Convoluted? Convoluted. Why is this convoluted, Christopher?
There's so many side plots and sub-characters, I just don't even know where to begin. It feels like a Martin Scorsese flick.
Are you a pothead fucker?
I feel like you're getting sidetracked. Okay, so you did them at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you did them, I'm going to guess, because you were fucking drunk, and you probably talked somebody else into doing them with you, right?
There was this kid named Paul Toket. That was his name. I don't know what his real name was. I think it was Paul something.
That was his Hebrew name.
Paul Toket, blonde-haired surfer guy, right?
Yeah. Look, Chris knows him.
Well,
that's
PT,
funny,
man. PT.
That's his Hebrew name, dude. Toket. So.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
Irish name.
He had this huge bag full of them, dude. Like a giant Ziploc freezer bag, dude. And they were just like cram-packed. And I remember he's like, hey, anybody want to do shrooms right now? And I was like...
That's what my mother used to say that.
I took like 2 out, and I just threw them in my mouth right now. Right now, dude. I'm doing them right now. I threw it at the time.
They were chocolate flavored too, if you recall.
So if I'm getting the story straight here, you put 2 in your mouth.
Yes, and it wasn't enough because I didn't get like any mind really altering effects except for the fever that I got kind of to cook some brain cells, but I didn't see anything. I didn't like hallucinate at all with them.
All right. Well, that sounds like kind of a bum trip. I think Paul Toket Jewed you because he is a Jew. I think he had a shitty product.
I think that may have not been psilocybin mushrooms. He literally might have tricked you with maybe a bad batch of shiitake.
Yeah, it could have been fucking shiitake mushrooms just dipped in some Nestle quick.
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's give somebody else a turn.
All right, Chris, how about your first mushroom trip? Let's just do first mushroom trips.
Sure. The setting was a single-bedroom apartment in Ventura, California. It was me and my buddy Brian Gardner, and we were 15 years old.
Hey, please use the middle name also so we can look these people up.
Christopher Patrick Lowe and Brian Harold Gardner.
All right. I like
Wait, is that a Firecrotch?
Hell yeah.
No, that is Brian Benton, and I couldn't tell you his middle name. It's probably Macaulay.
I'm pretty sure it's Fire.
You're right. It would be. So, it's, the date is 2003. I would say March or April. And, what happened was, Brian came over and we were playing computer games and we were smoking weed, out of a janky ass, water bottle bong that I made.
Are you a pothead fucker?
I am high fucker. And he,
Are you
background noise.
Are
there.
you cooking
Background
bacon?
noise.
Are you cooking bacon right now?
Background noise.
BLT.
Tom, are you taking a bath?
What do you want to do, huh? What do you want to do? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself.
Thomas Noble, what are you doing?
All right, continue your story, dude.
So, it's 2003, March.
All right.
Smoking weed, playing video games.
All right.
How old were you?
We were both 15.
Okay, so you're 15 years old.
Yes.
And you're with your buddy Brian.
Yes.
Okay.
So he whips out a bag of shake. You guys are aware of what shake is, right?
Yeah.
No. Explain to me what shake is.
It's a baggie of loose, small material. It can be applied to mushrooms or weed or any kind of organic material where it's not large chunks. It's tiny little pieces and powder.
Okay, so how about,
Very good.
in this case, what was it? What drug was it?
Psilocybin mushrooms, obviously.
Oh, well, not obviously, because, you guys could have, you were talking about getting stoned.
You a pothead fucker?
Yeah. Okay, so you got a bag of shake mushrooms.
Right. And what happened was, at this point, I literally had no idea what mushrooms were. I basically, I'd asked Brian what they were. He's like, oh, man, they'll make you feel funny. I was like, okay. Okay.
Yeah, baby. Let me gobble that shit up.
So he basically took half portions, and we poured it into cups, and we poured Coca-Cola on top, and it made this horribly just disgusting-looking shaman brew of a soda mushroom combination. And we both drank it, and if you guys know that when you drink mushrooms, if you put it in a drink, it hits you quick and fast as opposed to eating it. When you eat it, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to take effect. When you drink it, 15 to 20 minutes.
Really? So, because, you can only drink it with shake, right? If it's shake, like a bunch of little pieces.
Oh, no, man. As long as it can fit down your gullet.
I'm just trying to figure out, what the fucking difference is between swallowing it.
I was told to, when you chew them up, to put them underneath your tongue, because that helps speed up the process.
Well, let me ask you this.
That's absolutely a lie.
You said, what is the difference between swallowing something as a drink and swallowing it because you're eating it?
Well, the idea is that when you eat it, it's going to take a longer time to get down and digest, whereas when you take it with a liquid, it's a medium that will it will transport it to your stomach quicker, and it'll break it down faster.
I guess I can understand how that works. It's like a slip and slide as opposed to a fucking quicksand. I get it.
Yeah. It's like a slip and slide. If you do it with a drink, it's a slip and slide. If you do it without a drink, it's like doing a slip and slide without the water.
Yeah, you're just going bare ass down a fucking polyurethane fucking slide. I gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So basically, what happened was that we had two computers hooked up by a network that I had set up, and we were playing a game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were playing Counter-Strike, and what ended up happening was I was sitting in my chair, and I was hiding behind a bush, not moving, And all of a sudden I see, Brian's character in the game, and I chase after him. And within maybe 30 seconds, the game transformed from a computer screen to where everything was wrapped around me in 3D, like I was actually in the game. And I was running after him, and I pulled out my knife, and he basically turned around and started shooting over my head, and I actually felt bullets flying over my head. I felt the heat. I felt the shockwave from the air, and I jumped out of my chair and started fucking yelling, like, what the hell is going on?
That's fucking intense, dude.
And basically, there's a lot of stuff that happened. I'd say maybe the most iconic moment from that first trip was me and Brian stopped playing the game, and we were just hanging out in the living room watching a movie or something, and he went to go to the bathroom. So I got up, and I started following him, and I planned on scaring him, but as soon as I was about to yell, he turned around and said, boo, and I shit you not, he basically transformed into a 50-foot tall demon.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And somehow this didn't scare me away from drugs. I don't know.
Somehow. You were fucking curious about what was he doing during this time? Was he tripping also?
Well, of course, we were both tripping. He split up the bag in half.
Well, I mean, he wasn't seeing you as a 50-foot demon. I mean, what the fuck was going on with his trip? Do you know?
You know what? I never found out, dude. I really never found out. And if I did, I couldn't remember it. That was almost a decade ago.
That's probably the way to do it. Fucking. So you've had your share of good trips and bad trips. What do you label that one?
I've actually never had a bad trip, dude. I've partaken in peyote, LSD, mushrooms, DMT, and salvia, and not once have I been so scared that I felt the need to cry or scream or I was scared. I literally just go with the flow, and I've had intense trips and I've had good trips, and that's it. Never had a bad trip. So that one was good.
Well, you know what? You're a lucky guy because we're going to be interviewing a guy whose fellow bandmate has, and his whole life ended up turning into a kind of a bad trip after, extensive drug use and then supposedly coming down with a mental illness. Can you imagine being stuck in a fucking bad trip? Kind of like what Thom described, but about 10 times worse, if not 50 times worse, for the rest of your life.
Wait a minute. You didn't describe your first trip.
Oh, you want me to describe? Okay, well
of course, man. This isn't a best 2 out of 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, dude. All right. My first trip will be the yin to Thom's yang on his first trip, because my first mushroom trip was with him, and I remember doing it. We were down at the beach actually, and the sun was.
You're gay.
we were. Thom's thing was he wanted to watch the sun. He wanted to watch the sunset on mushrooms.
I remember that now.
Or the sunrise, and he wanted to watch it over the ocean. And I asked him, I'm like, dude, are you already on mushrooms, dude? You realize that the fucking sun does not rise over the fucking western sea, dude. It's gonna rise the other way. I'm like, if you're cool with that, he's like, hey, I got an idea. We'll go down to the fucking harbor, which is, on either side of us, and we'll watch it come up over the fucking water over there. And I said, okay, let's do that. So we did these mushrooms at like 5:30 in the morning, and they were like dipped in Ovaltine. It was really weird. Ovaltine or Nestle Click, something like that. And I actually forgot that we did them. We hung out for a couple of hours, and we were trying to get a ride back home. And one of my buddies freaked out, and he said, I can't believe you guys fucking did mushrooms. I'm so goddamn disappointed in you. And we're like, dude, who the fuck?
Not a compliment.
Who the fuck are you, man? Who have you become? Anyways, he gives us a ride home, and he's like lecturing us the whole fucking time. And we're like, fuck you. We get in Thom's truck. We start driving. We pick up Thom's chick. And I'm driving down the road, and Tom's in the back seat, and he's like, "Oh, fuck my stomach. Oh, I got such a fever." And I'm like, and the only prescription is more cowbell. We both just fucking started cracking up, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm on fucking mushrooms while I'm driving. They just fucking kicked in. This was like, seriously, 3 hours later. It's like 8:30 in the morning. So we're going down the road. We stopped at Denny's because I wanted to get the fuck off the road. It's super irresponsible for me to be driving on mushrooms, even though Thom had been driving for like 2 hours. But anyways, we got off the road. We went inside, and I just remember being so goddamn thirsty, dude. It's like, if we had been in the desert, I would have killed my camel and cut open his hump and fucking drank all that water. That's how thirsty I was.
Dude, I remember my leg was just shaking ridiculously that whole time.
All you can see is Tom's big upper body, and he's got his elbows on the table, and he's all, "Hey, why don't you take a look under the table?" And I'm like, all right. I look under the table. His fucking leg is going up and down, dude, like a lie detector test, dude, like a polygraph fucking needle, dude. Just up and down.
Oh man.
We had completely different reactions to it.
Yeah.
Everything was fucking funny. I didn't really trip out or see anything weird, but my first trip was I didn't see any 50-foot giants. I just thought everything was funny.
50-foot giants.
I'm kind of flabbergasted when you say things like that. It's weird.
All right, let's take a quick break.
When we get back from this break, we got a treat for everybody. We have a interview with personally my favorite rock and roll Hall of Famer,
legendary guitar player, one of the greatest singers around, still to this day, making solo music. We have the majestic, elite David Gilmour of Pink Floyd coming up. Tom's going to sit down and do an interview with him one-on-one, and we'll have that for you right when we get back from this break.
All right, so today we have the great singer, frontman, guitar player, just a beautiful individual, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
Hello, Tom.
How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, thank you. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm wonderful right now. I am wonderful. I have a few questions for you tonight, David.
All right, let's get on with it. I'm excited.
Pink Floyd is remastering all of their albums now. I'm curious why you guys have decided to remaster them now.
I suppose new technology more than anything else. In the past, we've used, I guess, inferior technology to master these old recordings and such. And as technology grows, our ability to go back and make what we've already done, to bring it up to speed, I suppose, with the technology of the time. One of the tools that we use to do this is, it's called the gain system. It's an analog to a digital converter. And in the hands of a remasterer like such as Doug Sachs, who remastered these tapes, it's very outstanding sound quality. It's a very exciting time to be a young Pink Floyd fan. it's the greatest time to get your hands on, the recordings that we've done over the years. And not just the CDs and the songs themselves, but we've had time to update the booklets that fit inside the sleeves with millions of pictures that we had to go through and pick the best, most relevant to the recordings. A lot of unseen stuff from the vault, the Pink Floyd vault, if you will. And so that'll be available as well.
With all the remastered albums, you guys have live concert albums on there, so that kind of eliminates getting some of your live albums now that you're providing those with the remastered, which is really, you've never been able to buy a legitimate Dark Side of the Moon live album, which it's really exciting to be able to go and listen, because unfortunately I never got to see you guys live. So this is quite an excitement for me.
Yes, well, one of the greatest parts of Dark Side of the Moon being available is it was with Roger when we were a complete group. And it's complete. We went on after the split to do many Dark Side of the Moon shows with Rick and Nick and myself. And when it come to songs that Roger sang on and played bass, we would have someone, we'd have a musician doing his parts, or myself or Rick would sing them. And now it just feels, it's all very complete, a whole. It's a whole.
It's really amazing. Roger's doing his new Wall tour right now. How did it feel to play with Nick and Roger again?
Well, it's really great to play those songs again. Really, some of them are fantastic pieces to play live, especially, and to be a part of a show of that magnitude. It's really something special night after night. I only played a few shows myself, but it's the completing of a circle, really, to play with those guys again. All the songs on the wall were written by the four of us. Well, I say written, they were performed by the four of us. So I don't want to say it does it a disservice to not have the four of us present, but it's a bit different. The show needs Roger's brooding. Yeah, he's brooding on the stage and doing his thing that he does live. It needs the fantastic guitar solos and those pieces and those drum parts. Obviously written by Nick. They sound best performed by him as well. And it's great, especially to play some numbers like "Comfortably Numb," for example. It's a great piece, one of the last that truly, as a band, we were able to collaborate together. And it's just all fantastic. It's all good fun.
Well, Comfortably Numb was, like you just said, the last, that's when you guys really had your last falling out.
Well, while we were recording Comfortably Numb, we had started with a basic rhythm track to get the timing down of what we were going to do. And we came back and we listened to it in the studio, and the timing felt felt dodgy. It was off, clearly. Syncing up the intro and the verse and choruses and sort of thing. And I thought that we should scrap it and start clean. Do it again, get everything right, get the kinks out of it. And Roger, he loved it. He was amazed that I would disagree. So we ended up using that particular recording and had it scored. And when the score got back, it was fantastic. It was outstanding work, and it was a true collaboration in the way that, you know, each piece was the brainchild of one of the members, and, you know, obviously the chorus more, it's got this melody to it that I had written. All Roger's words, of course, but he had become the lyricist of the band by that point. But as far as the pieces themselves, the music, he can lay claim to the verses. They're very much Roger Waters' style. But it's, like I said, truly a collaboration, because when you listen to it, you hear all aspects of Pink Floyd, and they're all represented. And it's a great piece, it really is.
Wow, it's really cool. That's almost exactly what Roger said. So you know, that has to be.
Well, I dare say it's one of the few memories that Roger and I share that match up.
Yes. You know, do you think that there's any chance that we'll see you participate in any more of Roger's Wall shows?
Well, it's all very relevant. All the songs and themes are, if not more relevant now than they were then. As long as the artist is still able to express a truth, then I'm more than sure that I'll participate with Roger's Wall project. It's all great fun and good for charity.
Well, he's just added nearly another year. It's going to be going into 2013 now. So would you recommend seeing the Wall then?
Oh, of course, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, the screen and the technology, I mean, it's quite an effort on everyone's part. It's just a wonderful show. I mean, you'll be blown away. The screens are larger than life, the music just as good as ever. Roger, fantastic.
That's great. Have you been working on any other solo projects?
To be honest, Tom, I always feel like I'm on to the next solo project. I do a lot of writing of musical pieces, and I usually don't get around to the lyric until later on. But it's always kind of like writing a guitar part, and then it's on to the next bit of music.
The next bit of music. What was the last bit of music that's inspired you?
On an Island was the last solo project that we completed, and I really felt like it was the best work I had done in over 30 years.
It was a wonderful, wonderful album.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I suppose one of the most songs that influenced me the most was Smile on an Island. And it's actually a very funny story. I had written the music to that song before the lyric, as I usually do. The inspiration for the lyric should come from the song, in my opinion. However, whatever emotion this song it evokes from you, inside your soul, inside your head, inside your heart, should provide a basic construct for the lyric line and the words, whatever message you're trying to convey. And I had written this piece on the 12-string guitar originally, and I had put it on a tape, and it had been kind of floating around, and my wife had brought it up to me when we were brainstorming for songs to go on an island. And she kept recalling this particular melody in her head to me, and I never could quite remember which song she had in mind, and after searching around through some old tapes and 4-track recordings and such, I was able to find this particular one she had in mind, and she said, "That's it, that's the one I've been thinking of, that's got the great melody on it." And I was able to write words about my life and how I was feeling at that particular moment. I just felt, happy and like smiling.
Yeah, the whole, your whole album was, very beautiful. Can we expect to see any, new album?
I imagine I'll have the bug be bitten sooner or later, yeah. There's two types of bugs. One bug is the touring bug, which does not last as long as the recording bug. But once you're bitten, you have this unparalleled drive to finish, whether it's recording a new album and collaborating, or playing live, playing shows to an audience with fellow musicians.
But do you have any dates released right now?
I don't have anything official not at the moment, Tom. Nothing to report.
Okay.
But I invite everyone to go to davidgilmour.com. I mean, as news progresses, as I get bitten by the bug, most likely post it there first. You could Twitter me at David Gilmour or at Pink Floyd. I don't actually update the Twitter myself. I have lackeys to do that, of course.
Don't we all?
Occasionally you might see something up on the Twitter like along the lines of David Gilmour playing tonight with Roger Waters at Chili's in Van Nuys, California, 8 o'clock sharp. And of course, I mean, you just have to reevaluate who you have twittering for you, tweeting. You see something like, "Come for the onion bloom and stay for the Pink Floyd."
You know that Chili's would have so much business that evening. That's good. You've summed up. I hope that we can have you again on here.
That would be fabulous.
Free time, yes. This was wonderful today.
I agree, Tom.
Man, have a great day, David.
You as well, Thomas. If anybody out there has any questions or is wondering what the latest happenings are with David Gilmour, you can go to David Gilmour. Like I said, check my Twitter account. It's updated regularly. I post pictures and that sort of thing. And thank you very much, Tom. This is a wonderful experience.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Do you think that you could give a shout out to pigblimp.com, our sponsor?
Oh, of course. For more music, interviews, and nonsense from these guys, visit pigblimp.com.
Thank you, David.
15. Go to the show.